fucking talent right there.
Definitely, I remember everything.
I mean, it's a 50-50 toss-up, and I would have pounded your fucking fist either way.
I'll say once I graduated, I really stopped buying physical dicks.
Why can't you be like a normal person in society and sit there and shut the fuck up, man? That's the Captain Major right there. Oh my god.
So, as you may or may not be aware, season 10 is wrapping up in Destiny real quick. I think it ends on Tuesday.
Is it ramping up? Wait, it ends on Tuesday?
Sorry, I said wrapping up.
Oh, I thought I heard ramping up.
Yeah.
I was like,
I you know what's really sad is I didn't deny you because of how bad I am with the English language. I'm like, did I say that? I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I said rapping. Yeah, but yeah, so season 10 is ending, and then season 11, which is rumored to be called Season of Arrival. So I don't know what that means. But,
Season of a Rival.
yeah.
That sounds like the biggest cop-out name ever. It's like, just call it Season of Arrival.
It definitely sounds like a super generic hype title. It's like, let's call it.
Was the season things called like Forsaken and?
No, those are the
Shadow
DLC expansions.
But all the seasons have a name too.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then that might be different.
And the seasons may or may not directly relate to each other, but they all have a certain relevance to the DLC. Which is right now
is Destiny getting
Shadowkeep.
a new DLC? Oh,
yes, yeah, that should be in September.
oh, that's not for a bit.
No, it's not for a bit. We got another 3 months to go. But basically, this is season 11. So then next season will be season 1 of the new DLC.
Okay.
But speaking of this season, the people at Bungie kind of did a Destiny First and hosted a live event.
Which they definitely stole from Apex Legends.
Yes, which...
And by Apex Legends, I mean Fortnite?
Well, which they stole from Fortnite, which of course stole from Apex Legends, so...
Of course, naturally.
But, yeah, so I'm not sure how much you remember from the last season, but the giant...
I remember the little dots creeping in on the wall.
Okay. Yes.
And I know the fucking... The weapon was supposed to like come crash and the only defense is Rasputin.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah, so the giant ship, the Almighty, was on a crash course to Earth, and then the little dots that you're seeing on the wall are the coin term Space Doritos.
Yeah, okay.
But essentially it's the darkness. Again, very generic names. I'm a little ashamed about it, but
the darkness is coming. Okay.
But yeah, but season 11 was like, it was weird that was like the undertone of the season, where that could have been the main point of the season, probably made the season more interesting. But this season was all about the Almighty was on a crash course to Earth and was going to kill everybody, and we had to get Rasputin turned on so that he could blow everything up.
Yeah. And by that you mean visiting his bunkers daily and fucking cleaning them out, because somehow the bad guys get in there always.
Cleaning Rasputin's bunkers and playing volleyball with his red balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hugging his balls and clearing out his spikes.
There you go.
I see what you did, Destiny. I see what you did.
See what you did there. See what you made me do.
Yep, I see what's going on.
But yeah, so the big finale of the season kind of happened on Saturday. So and I'll be honest, I'm gonna tell the audience right now, I didn't even know it was happening until I got a notification from another Twitch streamer going live with his title going, "The Almighty's crashing." I was like,
and you're like, oh fuck.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's supposed to happen. Because I knew this week was the end. I just didn't know if they were gonna do it on Tuesday, which is the natural reset. But I guess in this case they were doing it on Saturday.
They just want the viewership, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, how did they do it? Did you have to go to like a specific planet location, or like
I maybe it was specified, but everybody just went to the tower, and I remember on the previous week it was leaked that from the tower you could see a small you could see the Almighty in the sun if you were to like zoom in with your camera. And I made a joke about it on Twitter because you literally have to take a screenshot and zoom in with your phone to even see the shape of the Almighty in the sun. And I'm like, come on, Destiny, like try to make it more of a threat. So the whole live action sequence happened in the skybox.
The skybox?
In Destiny we call it the skybox, but it's basically the sky because you can't really manipulate it usually, but now that's how they managed the whole live event, was through the skybox, so it never directly impacted the game where you were walking around. So you saw everything happening in the sky.
Yeah, so yeah. Well, yeah, they can't have you fucking with it.
Yeah. So when we logged in on Saturday, what you saw was the Almighty much closer to the Earth now. On console look way scarier than it did on PC because of FOV. But yeah, you saw the Almighty in front of the Earth at a relatively close range, and you kind of were just sitting there. And to be honest, they told everybody to show up at 10 o'clock Pacific time, and the event ended at like lunchtime for me, so it was a 2-hour event.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
He was watching this thing slowly crash into Earth for 2 whole hours.
So what happened was, me and Steven were online, and we got there at 10 because we got there as fast as possible. So we got there like at 9:50 because like we were worried that we were gonna miss it or something was gonna happen, and we're also simultaneously watching the stream to see if we're missing something. Me and Steven sat there for about a half hour before we started noticing anything. And
yikes.
And I don't know if it was maybe we weren't paying attention enough, or if Bungie was intentionally delaying the event to let more people come in. But they told everybody to come in at 10 o'clock, and then by 10:30 we started noticing little red lasers showing up on the top of the sky from our perspective in the tower. Yeah, and they're orange lights, so we're thinking, okay, that's probably Rasputin's lasers from all his towers shooting at the Almighty. Okay, so now we got something to actually pay attention to. So from 10:30 to 11, you see the lasers coming towards the Almighty, spreading out, and like you can actually start seeing how many lasers they shot at this thing. And so that starts looking pretty cool, but like it's still kind of tracking real slow. Like we're basically, there was like the amount of times that we would check the stream to see if maybe we were frozen and stuff was supposed to be progressing. I think what it was Bungie trying to be realistic and be like, well, if you shoot a laser from Mars, it should take a long time to get to Earth, blah 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 blah. So, and then Steven and I noticed that like any sort of significant movement occurred at every 10-minute interval. So like from 10:30 to 10:40, you saw the lasers from the sky up on top come falling down. Then at 10:40, you saw lasers coming from underneath, which were probably from the moon, is what we were speculating, because he had towers on the moon, he had towers on one planet, he had lasers on Mars, whatever. So 10:40, you see lasers come up through the skybox, and then at 10:50, you notice lights flashing around the Almighty. So at least me and Steven start thinking, holy shit, the Almighty turned on its shields and none of these lasers are actually going to hit. Upon further review, we speculated that was the Almighty actually breaking through our atmosphere and like starting to burn up and flare up. Because what happened is the lights remained, because at first it looked like it was turning on, but then it would just be random sparkles all around the Almighty. It didn't look like a grid, you know, like a typical laser shield that you would see in any other game. It didn't look shield-esque. It just looked like a shield turning on, but then it would just keep flashing. So that's why we thought it was maybe atmosphere stuff. At 11, that's when you start seeing the lasers impact the Almighty, and you still don't know if they hit. You start seeing some lasers cross through the Almighty, so we start thinking that, oh, maybe it missed. And then by 11:30, you actually start seeing explosions in the skybox.
And you're like, I've been here for a fucking hour. Blow this shit up already.
Yeah, so the Almighty starts blowing up in the center. You start seeing these random flares going on in the center of the Almighty. And like, okay, it hit. Now the question is, did it do enough damage so that this thing doesn't still crash in Earth? Because, I mean, the whole point was that it was so big that if the whole thing impacted the Earth, it would kill everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the suspense was supposed to be. And then by 11:50, you saw a solar flare explosion. The whole skybox goes yellow. You don't know what's going on. And then in about 10 seconds, everything settles down, and you see this giant piece of the ship fly over the tower, damage the back of the Eververse store, and travel past the tower behind where the mountains are and crash into the mountains.
Oh shit.
And then for the rest of the day, you saw basically a giant meteor shower of like almighty shrapnel falling into Earth. And so if you were at the tower all day yesterday, you would have seen just like this meteor shower of little pieces of the Almighty crashing into the Earth or burning up in atmosphere.
Dang.
But yeah, overall, I think it was a good idea and I liked it. I think for the sake of entertainment, they could have cut it to like an hour because it was basically a 2-hour event.
Or 15 fucking minutes.
There were some people that argued 15 minutes.
Like, you know, how much time you think we got, Bungie?
Right. I get, because Bungie is known, at least in the Destiny community, for trying to make things as realistic as possible, despite being a fantasy game. And so I think they were trying to show, hey, you know, this thing is coming from another planet that's far away, and it's lasers traveling to a ship, so it should take some time. But I mean, I'll be honest, I googled it. Light traveling from Mars to Earth would take 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it's light.
Yeah.
Like nothing travels faster than light.
So, I mean, they could have made an argument of like, oh, the laser is traveling at the speed of light, so it should impact the Almighty in 3 minutes. And I think I agree with you. It probably would have been even better if they made it a 15-minute event. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they were just intentionally, I don't know if they just intentionally decided to make it 22 hours, or sorry, for 2 hours just because they wanted everybody to get in.
I guess we also don't know. Like, they don't have a track record of doing these things, so
I think it was their first event.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's what I mean.
Maybe trying to do a 15-minute live event in the skybox is a little bit too difficult for their rendering.
That's what I mean. Like, maybe it's easier for them to do like these slow incremented things and be able to manage everything without it crashing. Yeah,
possibly.
So,
because I mean, at the time of the event, it had just as many viewers as Apex, and I'm assuming that all those people were also in the game. It would have been.
You also pay way more attention to numbers than anybody else, so there's that.
Yeah.
Like, nobody gives a shit, dude.
No.
As much as you. You're like, it had the same, this number when this number were the same, or this number and this number were more or less, and I'm just like...
Well, because I think why I bring it up is because so many people, I think it's hard to actually find the amount of people playing a game at a certain time, so people just correlate viewership on Twitch with people playing the game, because statistically there's like a higher percentage of people watching someone play a game while they're also playing the same game. Mm-hmm. I know it's not always the case, but there's a high enough percentage that news people, or these gaming news people, use that as a statistic to show how dead or alive a game is.
Yep, that's fair.
But yeah, I think they can. I'm definitely looking forward to more live events. If there's a way for them to reduce that time, it would be much appreciated, because I definitely wasn't expecting to sit there for 2 hours, and maybe that's because I've seen the hype from the Fortnite live action events and seeing that, you know, it's an intense 15-minute experience, and then you go back to playing games. So
and they launch you like right into the BR after it's over, dude. They don't even give you time to process it. They're like, "Yep, now go fight." You're like, "What the fuck? No,
no,
I don't want to.
I don't want to. Here's a lightsaber. Go kill everybody." Yeah. So maybe it was unfair to expect that from Bungie, but I think they did pretty good considering it was their first time.
Word.
But I could definitely would look forward to much shorter, intensive live action experiences in the future. And I'm super hyped because officially, from what I understand, after this season, anything from season 11 and on is any content that was created after they left Activision.
Okay.
So I'm hoping for a more intensive, dramatic story experience. Because before they were just building stuff to make Activision happy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But we'll see.
That's Activision for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Activision.
So speaking of Twitch stats and all that, you're telling me before that there's some Twitch drama going on with music and copywriting?
Yeah, there was a recent change to Twitch's like user agreement or whatever with the strikes of copyright. I don't know if it was like a change in the rules because obviously I don't stream, so I don't watch that shit. But like all the streamers I follow that stream on Twitch are now like, holy shit, I have to go through all of my clips where music is playing and delete it. And like there's cases of people, well, like, I'm not gonna say cases like it's fucking coronavirus, but like there's been times where, you know, someone had like a strike or two against them, and you know, once you get 3 strikes, your channel's basically banned.
Yep.
By Twitch. So there's people that have already had like a couple strikes or like 1 strike. They were like, okay, I'm gonna smarten up. So they like, you know, you play music quietly in the background for yourself.
Yeah.
But then it also gets captured. But it's not like loud that like you wouldn't come to that stream to listen to the music.
I mean, there is some people who need to learn how to mix their volume better it might be some of the younger streamers, because I've definitely tuned into random streams and been like, your music is louder than your mic and your gameplay.
Yeah. I understand there's exceptions to everything.
Yeah.
But like I'm talking like big streamers are like worried of getting their channels banned. And like I was saying before, there's people that had like a couple strikes and then like woke up to an email and got a new strike and was like, what the fuck? Like, and then they go look at the offense that happened, because like Twitch tells you like, hey, a strike was on this video. It's videos from like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that are just like stored in like the Twitch cloud or whatever.
Yeah.
And their channels are getting strikes against them from shit that old. If you have content that's 5 years old, are you going to even fucking look at it? No. It's 5 years old.
And I think you can only judge clips that are 5 years old based on the rules of 5 years ago. That's a ridiculous.
I would agree.
That's a ridiculous mandate to uphold. I don't know if that's just a fuck up in the algorithm in terms of them looking at clips from that far long ago. Like,
I don't know. And like the fucked up thing with like the Twitch shit that people are losing their minds over is to delete your videos, you have to one by one delete them.
Yeah, it's not convenient.
Some of those big streamers, dude, guys clip the same thing. Like 4 or 5 guys will clip the same moment, title it differently, and they have hundreds and hundreds of hours of streams where they do crazy shit that gets clipped. So they have like thousands of little like 30-second clips like associated to their page.
Yeah,
and now they're expected to go through individually because there is no like highlight blanket delete
select all delete.
Yeah. So they have to like individually go through and delete to try to save their 3-strike copyright like terms of service agreement thing.
Yeah, and that's can you turn that down, please?
And there's sheesh, dude, man of the house. Okay. There's like big creators fucking worried.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you shouldn't be worried, bro. You're a huge creator. And then yeah, people are freaking the fuck out. Going through deleting shit. Like, goddamn.
I'd be worried too if you like when you realize Twitch is looking at videos from 4 years ago. Why the algorithm is doing that is beyond me.
I don't think it's not Twitch. It's like the dudes from like the music shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
like it's not Twitch. It's the representatives that are associated with the person or group that the music is copyrighted for.
These music groups did the exact same thing in YouTube last year or the year before.
There's actually a meme about that, dude.
Yeah,
with some YouTubers that are like all the Twitch people complaining about the restrictions on copyright, and they're just like, it's a dude with like the noose around his neck, and it's like, first time, huh?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Like, I know some producers, like I know music people will use like epidemic sound. I know what's his name? He uses that. I basically do work. I know when he plays and also makes music on has music on his YouTube videos, he's using that paid free music website. Yeah. And I'm sure some people who are at least big enough on YouTube are probably doing that as well, just to cover their ass. But I understand there's a lot of people on stream who just turn on Spotify, pick a playlist, and just listen to that.
Yeah. And a lot of them aren't loud.
No. And I definitely agree with the notion of like, if it's the main sound, maybe you got to claim. But for someone to come to your stream and intentionally to listen to some music without any mention of the music in the title, and the music being quieter than the person talking and the gameplay, is a ridiculous statement.
Yeah. Well, like, I know, we have friends that stream.
Yeah.
And there's been times where like someone in the chat has like requested that he listen, like check out a song or whatever.
Yeah.
So like that'll happen. And there was one time like I clipped because, one of my friends was fucking singing, and it was funny because he was making faces and shit.
Yeah.
And now I got to tell him to delete that shit. I got to tell him to go through and fucking delete those things just in case.
And I'm really surprised that that's happening too, because I mean, when I was streaming,
Twitch clips aren't yours. Like people in your chat make the clip.
No, 100%. Like,
that's the weird thing.
I remember trying to look for a clip from a certain streamer and having to scroll through trying to find the clip when everybody who sees a crazy moment takes a clip, and then you look through that guy's basically library or archive, and there's 20 clips of the same fucking event. Because
or like it's like, how many videos, or like, what do you want to sort? And you're like, all, and there's like thousands of fucking thumbnails. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Which one do I click?
Like, I'm surprised that's happening too, because when I stream more consistently, if I even played any music at the beginning of my stream, I knew that I shouldn't do anything interesting or exciting for the next 15 minutes because the Twitch algorithm already auto mutes it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's still doing that.
It should still do that.
But at the same time, I don't think for clips it does that. Like, I know for your VODs it does that, but I don't know if clips does that.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think it's on the streamer now to like constantly clean up their clips so that they don't have any like lingering videos with music in them? Because
I think it's like, it's on everybody. I think the streamers need to be conscious that, okay, like, this is getting serious now. Don't put music on your shit, or if you're gonna put music, make sure it is it's non-copyright. And
for people out there is YouTube videos of how to install a virtual cable onto your PC so that you could listen to music yourself if you still like need that to like be in a certain mood, there is a way for you to listen to music without the stream hearing you. It's called it's called virtual audio cable. You can look it up. And
shit, I did not know that.
yeah, because I was doing research before because I was trying to see if I could listen to some more hype music while I play something different on stream. So that's how I came across that idea.
Oh wow. Yeah, I also think it's on Twitch to have more things in place to help the creators, like, not bypass, but like deal with these kind of things when they roll around. And you know, that's, I don't know if they're like not doing that. Like they could be working on something to help as well.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
I don't know.
for me, listening to music or listening to something while I play is definitely the norm of my life.
Oh, 100%.
It wasn't.
It's a vibe thing.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily a thing when I was younger, but definitely being a desk gamer now and long sessions, I will. Fuck, man. There's depending on the game, I'll listen to podcasts while I'm
Oh yeah.
while I'm gaming as well.
When I would have time off work and I normally listen to podcasts at work, I would go into Fortnite, like when I was like season 2, 3 of Fortnite.
Yeah.
I would play Fortnite with no audio and just have the podcast audio in my ears.
Yeah.
And just try to build and beam kids.
Yeah, like definitely for me,
Well.
if I'm playing Destiny solo, it's no Destiny audio, running through strikes and listening to podcasts or listening to music. I mean, like it's a relaxing thing, and I don't think it's fair to force streamers to have no music. Maybe have some sort of like, I wouldn't even mind if there was like a certain decibel rule. Yeah.
Wow. We just saw this.
Fucking
Just saw
minds,
the
dude.
same fucking thing, bro. Like
Mind
a decibel level
freak!
tester. Yeah, if there was like a decibel tester where you
Yeah,
could
if there's like a
limit
decibel,
Spotify.
if there's a decibel restriction where it says if you're gonna play audio music, or fucking maybe you subtly release it by releasing a recommended audio decibel levels for streamers, and you show at your voice should be around here, your gameplay should be around here, and any third-party music or anything like that should be around this decibel mark. I think for one, it would make everybody's streams more audio friendly, because there's definitely some people where you click their stream and your ears start bleeding.
Yes.
And
I also think even artists, like I think Steve Aoki,
yeah,
he has, because he's like friends with streamers, and like I think he streams himself maybe.
he should.
But, like,
yeah,
I know-
I've seen him stream before.
I know he's made playlists that he says, I want streamers to use this. And it's like, not like you can blast it if you want. It's not like he's not gonna, like, he doesn't copyright strike you for the music he's released with that specific one or whatever.
And that's what's going to happen too, because I've definitely seen other artists like that as well, where
I hope
if these mass music companies just keep being assholes and restricting music,
it could just be a move to independence.
there's gonna be a movement of people going like, hey, you know what, all those fucking annoying companies won't let you play music. Here's my playlist of perfectly reasonable background music, and just use that. Like,
Not only that, even like I think mainstream, like big art, like maybe not mainstream big, but like there's no negative to people listening to your music. If anything, it helps, because if I've never given a certain artist a shot, go into a stream, hear that, it's free fucking advertising.
yeah.
It would be the same as you going on like Rogan's fucking podcast. Dude, watch like the numbers the minute Rogan has a guest. Their social media gets fucking exploded within a day.
Oh yeah.
After the episode airs. It's that kind of shit. Like, it's free advertising. And I understand like what they need to understand is that nobody, and I mean absolutely fucking nobody, is going to watch a gamer because he's listening to these songs.
Yeah.
There's no
Like,
fucking chance.
No way. Like, and then
The music is out there already. You can get it for fucking free on Spotify.
yeah.
For free. You just have to listen to ads. And if you don't like ads, you pay $10 a month and you get every single fucking song that you can think of on Spotify for $10 a month.
And I don't know who these music people think they are, but I mean, let's be fucking honest at this point. If you don't have either Spotify or iTunes or some sort of music streaming service, like,
you're living in the past.
You're living in the past, and I imagine that amount of people being so insignificant that those people, the odds of them of also being Twitch viewers is so fucking low. Like you cannot tell me that you watch Twitch streams but you don't have Spotify. I'm sure there's going to be some people in the comments trolling about that, but I find it very hard to believe.
I think, well, here's the thing. Spotify is free and you can listen to it for free. People might not use it the way, like, they might not pay for premium like I do because they have Apple Music.
Yeah.
But I almost guarantee, or you have some bootleg shit that lets you illegally get stuff.
Or LimeWire.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're getting your music legit, you're getting it probably one of two ways. Like 99% of the age right now is getting it one of two ways.
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Music.
Yeah.
I don't know who's buying CDs, installing them on their PC, and then downloading those to iTunes. That's what I did in fucking 2008.
Yeah,
when I
got
not
anymore.
First iPod.
That's not a thing anymore. Yeah. Like,
that's what I mean. I did that when I had my first iPod in like 2008.
Any sort of like, I'm also making a speculation, but it's probably believable. Any sort of like niche artist that isn't on Spotify or iTunes, you probably go to their YouTube page and they have a link for you to download their album.
Or not even that, dude. There's some super underground shit on Spotify.
Yeah,
like guys you fucking never heard of. Getting on Spotify, I don't think is that hard for
like
artists.
Random Nades podcast.
And Random Nades podcast is on Spotify.
Yeah.
Signed an exclusive $100 million deal, just like Rogan.
100 million and one because we wanted to be number one.
Well, no, there's speculation that his is way more than that.
Oh, probably. But like, I just wanted to give a shout out talking about like artists that like let you listen to their music on streams and stuff. You know, Netflix. All the background music that you listen to during 100 Thieves videos and stuff like that.
Okay. Like all the beats?
All their beats and stuff. It's all done by Toby Tranter. Okay. And he just does like R&B beats and hip hop beats. And there's some vocals, but for the most part, it's all music. And
he just puts it out.
You go to his page, and it's like, yeah, it's meant for use. It's meant for people to use.
Oh shit!
And so
good for him. Dude. And I think you'll see that more.
And he makes sick beats, and I think there's gonna be more people like that. Where they're like, well, if you're gonna restrict this, you're just creating a business for somebody else to take it over.
Yep.
So,
also, I mean, they're like, they think they're saving their job because, dude, let's be honest. If you're the fucking copyright guy at a music label, your shit's dying quick.
Yeah.
So you're like, fuck me. I gotta make us more money. I gotta get these other things demonetized or what. I don't even know how the fuck that makes any sense. But that job's going to be irrelevant soon because other people are going to start creating music that is non-copyright. Yeah. And more people are going to end up listening to it. And if it's good, you're going to have less and less people listening to mainstream shit.
Yeah, definitely all this
away from the mainstream.
Definitely all this pressure from YouTube and now Twitch has caused non-copyright music to actually be interesting and good.
Like, I'm just gonna have to start blasting Netflix because I don't think their shit's copyrighted.
Like what's the channel called? If you go to, there's a channel called like YouTube Music, and it's all non-copyright music that YouTubers can use, and it's like fucking amazing music. Like, it's obviously not Adele, but if you like the way Adele songs sound, you could probably find a similar sounding song and use that on your playlist and listen to that when you're streaming or making YouTube videos.
Yep.
I think for younger, when I say younger, I don't mean by age, I just mean how long they've been streaming. younger streamers, I don't think you have to necessarily start using a paid subscription thing for listening to non-copyright music. There's a lot of free options out there. Even on Spotify, you can look up non-copyright music, and there's a ton of people making playlists for streamers. And I think some bigger streamers might even promote certain playlists. Like I've heard people definitely talk about, hey, you know, when I'm streaming, I listen to this playlist. I like it.
There's commands in some of the streamers' chats.
Yeah,
for their playlist.
So I mean, if you're worried, there's definitely options out there. I know, for at least from what I've noticed, the YouTube non-copyright music is okay on Twitch. It may not eventually be like that, but I know as of right now, I think that is okay. So if you look up non-copyright music on YouTube and you find
you're acting like fucking Dr. Disrespect is in our fucking comments, chill out, dude.
I don't know, just giving options to people.
If you're a fucking streamer, figure it out. We're just bringing it to attention that shit is popping off. But the elephant in the room, Matt.
What's the elephant in the room?
The elephant in the room is on Saturday night, I slew you.
Okay, buddy. Like,
slew you.
Just because I'm not looking to get fucking carpal tunnel on my fingers doesn't qualify you being better than me, okay?
Death. Slew.
You may have slew me, but I fucking beamed you in the 1v1 and almost killed you.
Yeah, but you didn't, and I beamed you the whole time.
Yes, Trent, okay?
The whole time. Beamed. And for those that don't know what we're talking about, Random Nades on Twitch, we just finished a way out Saturday. Your boy clutched up the 1v1 and sent Matt to the bottom of the ocean to sleep with the fishes like a little baby like this.
If you want to watch it, it's about 3 hours of Trent just bullying me in minigames.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's basically...
He struggled to hit that 10th rep on the bench press.
Oh, yeah. My fucking arm hurt like a sumbitch, but you should watch that. I think what's sad is the only like really competitive multiplayer or minigame that we did do was Connect 4.
Dude, we could clip that.
That was a sweaty Connect 4.
Also, you could just clip that whole 1v1.
The 1v1 was pretty funny too.
That 1v1 was sweaty and long, bro. And there's one point where we're both just spraying, just moving side to side.
Yeah, we could definitely show that off for sure. But yeah.
Saturday night.
So we just finished the way out, and I'm thinking probably for the next stream, we're probably going to play that bipod game.
Biped?
Okay.
Biped.
Yeah.
Bipod, dude.
Because I watched some clips of other people playing it, and
of course you did. You probably already know what happens. You spoiling son of a...
Trent, you know what I do is I find a video, I scrub to the middle, and I watch for a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, those content creators fucking must hate you.
I'm sure they hate me, but I'm gonna be making my own content, so I just want to know if it's good. Selfish.
I have no affiliation with Tricky MB whatsoever.
Selfish.
Possible future collaborators out there. I have no affiliation with this man whatsoever.
If you want to collab with me, I will disassociate with this man immediately.
If you want me to kick him down a flight of stairs and come join you and your crew, I'm in.
Wow, dude.
Because a piece of shit.
Are you gonna be like fucking? Are you gonna pull a Scumpy and just get in your car and just drive off? Leave?
Dude, I'll do whatever.
Wow, dude.
I'll tell Optic I'm leaving, go to Envy, and tell Optic I want to come back 3 days later. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. But yeah.
That'll do her. That
will do for now. Stay tuned for Thursday when we release our Call of Duty breakdown video for the Minnesota event. We did break it down a week earlier, but since she got postponed, we're moving that video to Thursday this week. So stay tuned for that.
Hell yeah.
Otherwise, thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great day, and we will see you on the next exciting episode of the Random Nades podcast. Throw that nade, Trent. Shh.
Still can't believe Destiny stole shit from Apex, bro.
Unreal.